Good evening to you all. Welcome to the opening ceremony of Code Week 2020, Kurius's first event of the kind. I'm Lewis, Kurius's community coordinator and one of its many executives. If you're looking to post in hashtag opportunities or have any questions about our events and activities, I'm your guy. For those of you unfamiliar with us as an organization, Kurius is a youth nonprofit whose mission is to empower students to change the world through technology. Since our founding in 2019, we have organized dozens of workshops and events strictly aimed towards initiating students to the world of programming, notably our 2020 Learnathon in June, our two social hackathons, Kurius Hacks SE and CE, and now this new Code Week. For more information on our previous and future event and projects, feel free to check out our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and website. Actually, for this event, make sure to follow them as well because our prizes are linked to our social media this year. Kurius is always looking to work with passionate new individuals as well, so if you have any proposals yourself, we'd love to hear them. So, Code Week. What is it? Well, like all our other events, its core is focused around some form of free workshop. In this case, you'll be exposed to a variety of programming concepts through asynchronous workshops. Asynchronous meaning, don't know if that's a word that people use outside of Quebec. Basically, workshops that aren't in real time so that you guys can hone your technical skills without the time restraints of a live workshop. Each day will provide you with two workshops, one beginner, one in advanced on our YouTube, and afterwards you'll be able to tackle a tailored challenge to your daily workshop. By submitting your challenge through our Kurius Discord bot, you enter in for one of our multiple prizes and showcase your code with others. In essence, it's a week of coding, learning, and fun.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ishita, and I am one of the partnerships coordinator for Kurius. I'm currently a second-year student at McMaster University studying computer engineering and have a huge interest in machine learning and AI. I just want to take a quick second here and thank our sponsor, 1Password, for their support with this event to make it a success. Also, a quick shout out to the entire Kurius team for having worked tirelessly to pull off this event. I'm very much looking forward to the next few days, and I hope you all are excited too. Back to you, Stephen.
All right. So let's get into an overview of the schedule. So how is Code Week gonna look like for all of you in the upcoming days? So you guys might already have seen the schedule. So tomorrow, March 1st, we're gonna have our first workshop on web development, and then we'll have Tuesday cryptography, game development, ASCII, image art, and finally on Friday we'll have a crossword solver. So during this Code Week, you'll really be exposed to a variety of programming concepts. And I just want to explain a little bit more on how it works every day. So every day we'll have a workshop component and a project component. So first, in terms of the workshop component, as Lewis mentioned, it's asynchronous, meaning you guys can watch it on your own time because it's sort of pre-recorded. However, we encourage you to watch it with us at 4 p.m. Eastern every day because that's the time it premieres. So tomorrow, our first web development workshop is going to premiere at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's the moment the video is going to go live. And at 4 p.m., you guys are going to be able to write in the chat because it's a premiere. And the video is going to premiere on our YouTube. So the link to that is bit.ly/CuriousYouTube. You can also find it under the Welcome and Rules channel. There's a link to our Kurius YouTube there. And how our workshops is going to work is they're around 30 minutes at most. And there's really two levels, beginner and advanced. So I know some of you guys are less familiar with programming, and that's perfectly fine. So the way we've devised Code Week is being able to adapt both to people who are less experienced and more experienced. So every day there's going to be a beginner video and an advanced video that you guys can watch. And now we can go on to the project component. So us at Kurius, we really believe in learning by doing. So we don't, just watching videos on their own, it's not really going to help you learn much. We really believe in the idea that to really learn, you should get your hands dirty and have hands-on experience. And so that's why we want to encourage you all to work on projects during Code Week. And so every day after your workshop, you're going to work on a small project related to the topic. So tomorrow, your topic is web development. And so after the workshop, you're going to learn some new concepts and you're going to be able to apply them. And so for web development, you're going to have a project for it. And that's going to be the same thing for every day. And so you'll know what exactly you'll have to work on for your project tomorrow. And it will be announced at 4:30 p.m., so 30 minutes after the workshop has premiered. And the deadline to submit projects are midnight, but it's the day after which the project was presented. So we're giving you an extra day to work on your project. So for example, for the web development day, you'll have until Tuesday, March 2nd, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So you have around 24 plus 8, so you'll have 32 hours to work on your projects. And projects as well have beginner and advanced levels. So you can either choose to work on a beginner level or an advanced level project. And so now I'll pass the floor to pass the mic to Leo, who's gonna explain to you guys how we submit projects, because we're using a very cool Discord bot this year. So Leo, you can go ahead.
Okay, so hi, my name is Leo. I am one of the events coordinators for Kurius, and after talking about how to, all the submissions, I'm going to go into exactly how we submit our project with the Kurius Bot. So, challenge is going to be presented in an interface that kind of looks like the one that you see on the screen right now. So there's going to be a challenge title and a description. In the description, you will find the details for what the challenge entails. And it's also going to show you the submission details as well as the submission deadline. To view challenges, all you have to do is type #ask, and this will bring up the current challenge or a list of all the challenges, if more than one, from which you can choose by reacting to view the details for one of them. And just as a reminder, if you want to use the #ask function, please use it in bot playground so we don't clog up the server. Slide, please. And to submit a question, type #submit followed by your link. For example, here we just use #submit, then the link to say my personal website that I worked on for my web dev project. Then you choose the challenge that you're submitting to, then that will just automatically send your submission in. For most of the projects, you're going to have to use an online IDE, so it's easier for us to view your project. Next slide, please. And as a side note, if you submit your challenge without choosing which challenge you're submitting to, it will still go through, but it will be hard for us to tell exactly what challenge you're submitting to. And the challenges will also be posted in the challenges channel, so you don't have to repeatedly type #ask. And if you want just a reminder to show you what commands there are for the Kurius Questions bot, type Kurius help with a dash in front of it. And if there are any questions or problems, also feel free to ask one of the execs. And remember to have fun with the challenges and don't be afraid to explore on your own for these challenges. And let's pass it on to the next person.
All right, so hey everyone, I'm Fred. I'm the mentorships director at Kurius. Now we'll move on to maybe what some of you might have been waiting for, which is the explanation of the prizes. So we have 6 separate prizes, each consisting of a $20 Amazon gift card and a free 1Password subscription. So here are the 6 prizes. So the first prize will be the Chatterbox prize, which will be given to the participants who contributes the most to conversations on the server during Code Week. And this is in relevant channels, obviously, so not in memes, solutions, or in bot playground. So in meaningful channels, and to people who initiate conversations with other participants. Next up, there's the Early Bird prize, which will be chosen among the participants who are within the first 3 to submit an answer to various challenges. So if you submit challenges quickly, then you might be eligible for that prize. Next up is the Worthy of a Turing prize, which is given to one of the participants who submitted correct answers to all of the challenges. So you can challenge yourself to try and get this one, which will entail maybe a bit more work. And next up is my personal favorite name, the Not a Pyramid Scheme prize, which is given to one of the participants who share Code Week in their story. So we definitely want more curious members. So feel free to share to your friends, and we're giving you a little bonus by making you eligible for this prize. Next up is the Unconventional Thinker prize, which will be given to the participants with an original solution to a challenge. So maybe something the presenter didn't think of, or you're bringing something new that surprised the judges. So you could be eligible for this prize. And finally, the Stay Curious prize, which will be given to one of the participants who share their own projects in Share Your Creation during Code Week. And we're all very curious to see what you're all working on. And for all of these prizes, of course, you need to be a Kurius member, so a member of the Kurius Discord, and you also need to follow Kurius on Facebook and Instagram. I'll now give the mic to Carmel, who will give you a few reminders for the event.
So first of all, hi, my name is Carmel, and I'm the other partnerships coordinator here at Kurius. So just a few last reminders. Every day at 4 p.m. EST, the workshop is premiering live on our YouTube channel, and at 4:30 p.m. EST, the challenges will be available. So on behalf of the team, good luck and have fun.